Casuarina cunninghamiana, commonly known as river oak or river she-oak, is a she-oak species of the genus Casuarina. The native range in Australia extends from Daly River in the Northern Territory, north and east in Queensland and eastern New South Wales. The river oak is an evergreen tree with fine greyish-green needle-like foliage that grows to a height of 10 to 35 meters with a spread of about 10 meters. The trunk is usually erect, with dense rough bark. Flowers are reddish-brown in the male and red in the female. Cones are small, nearly round to elongated and about 10 millimeters across. Habitat. Trees are usually found in sunny locations along stream banks and swampy areas. It's widely recognized as an important tree for stabilizing riverbanks and for soil erosion prevention excepting wet and dry soils. The foliage is quite palatable to stock. River oak is frost-tolerant down to around -8 degrees Celsius and is widely used effectively as a screening plant. It is useful on windy sites and is also suited to coastal areas. River oak has been introduced into several other countries for the purpose of agroforestry. Cultivation details. River oak suck seeds in warm temperate to tropical areas at elevations from sea level to 2,200 meters. Plants grow best in areas where the mean annual temperature is in the range 13 to 29 degrees Celsius and the mean annual precipitation in the range of 500 to 1,500 millimeters. Heavy frosts can occur up to 50 times in a year in some parts of its range, and mature plants can tolerate short periods with temperatures down to about -10 degrees Celsius. But young growth is badly damaged at -1 degree Celsius. Requires a well-drained moisture-retentive soil in full sun. Succeeds in most soils, whether well-drained or damp, in Australian gardens. The plant is reported to tolerate acid soils, alkaline soils, muck, sand dunes, salt, weeds, and wind. Moderately tolerant of saline conditions. Becomes chlorotic on highly calcareous soils. Prefers a pH in the range 5.5 to 6.5. Tolerating 4.5 to 7.5. Moderately drought resistant, but unable to tolerate semi-arid conditions unless some additional groundwater is available to supplement rainfall. A fast-growing tree with average height increments of 1 to 2 meters per year. When planted outside its natural habitat, it adapts itself to comparatively dry sites. A dioecious species, both male and fem. Ale forms must be grown if seed is required. Male flowers are produced in terminal spikes, female flowers in small, reddish cones. Plants display fairly good coppicing ability when young, and older trees are capable of producing root suckers. This species has a symbiotic relationship with certain soil microorganisms. These form nodules on the roots of the plants and fix atmospheric nitrogen. Some of this nitrogen is utilized by the growing plant, but some can also be used by other plants growing nearby. When introduced to exotic localities, inoculation of the seedlings with pure culture of F. C-type strains of Frankia rhizobia is recommended to enable the species to fix atmospheric nitrogen. Agroforestry uses. The plant develops a network of fine subsurface roots. It forms suckers as it gets older and is a good soil stabilizer. It is much planted in Egypt for protecting roads from the sand and stabilizing dunes. It is often planted along the sides of streams to protect them from erosion in suitable climates. The plant is much used in windbreaks, shelter belts, and for land reclamation. Extensively planted for wind protection and shelter belts. In California, USA, it has proven particularly valuable for planting as windbreaks to protect high-value agricultural crops. The foliage produces an excellent mulch. The species provides valuable supplies of pollen for bees. Other uses. Ft dyers in Australia have used the foliage to produce attractive colours in wool using different mordants. Gold, green and grey dyes can all be obtained. The bark can be used as tanbar. The heartwood is dark reddish or purplish brown. The narrow band of sapwood is pale coloured. The wood is closely grained, hard and durable, but not as heavy as that of other members of this genus. A nicely marked wood, it is easy to split, but hard to season, saw, work and dress, though it takes a good polish. The heartwood is extremely resistant to preservative treatment but is durable and may last for 15 to 25 years in the ground. It is used for flooring, axe handles, poles, ornamental turnery etc. Particleboard is made from the wood. An excellent firewood species that burns well and retains ashes for a long time. It is suitable for firing bakers' ovens. Propagation. Seed. The optimum temperature for germination is 30 degrees Celsius. Propagation is usually from seed, since seed production is so prolific and germination occurs easily. If selected pure cultures of Frankia rhizobia are not available, it is advisable to inoculate seedlings with a suspension of crushed nodules collected from the host tree, preferably at the original collection site. This will improve seedling establishment and ensure rapid growth during the initial stages. There are 440,000 to 550,000 seeds per kilo. Cuttings of half-ripe wood in a frame. Treatment of terminal branchlets, heel cuttings or basal sprouts especially from juvenile plants with root-inducing hormone powder has proved successful. Cuttings should be maintained on a mist bench with bottom heat. Vegetative propagation by air layering has been attempted with limited success.